You grab your phone, just for a minute. Instagram, TikTok. One scroll turns into 10. 10 becomes 50. Before you know it, it's midnight. And the life you promised yourself you'd start building tomorrow, it's gone again. Frustrating, isn't it? The cycle, the guilt, the shame. You want to change. You know you need to, but every night it's the same. You don't have the willpower. You don't have the energy. You don't even know where to start. But here's the truth. It's not your fault. Your brain is wired this way. And tonight, I'll show you how to hack that system. This isn't about fake motivation. No more empty promises, no more just try harder. This is about science-backed hacks that will rewire your brain's dopamine system so you can finally take control. The game is rigged against you, but the good news, you can play it smarter. You can win. Are you ready to break free from the cycle?
We've all been there. Motivation hits hard at first. You feel it, that rush. You make promises to yourself. Tomorrow, I'll be different. But then, day 2 or 3 rolls around, and it fades. The excitement? Gone. The drive? Diminished. You're back where you started. Why does this happen? Why does motivation always fizzle out? It's simple, really. Motivation is a fragile thing. It's not sustainable. It's like a spark. Bright, intense, but fleeting. The real reason? Your brain. More specifically, dopamine. Dopamine isn't just a feel-good chemical. It's your brain's Wi-Fi signal. Your signal for focus, energy, and drive. Now think of it like this. Every time you scroll, every time you binge watch, you're draining that signal. You're burning out your Wi-Fi. And when it's gone, your brain isn't in the mood for real work. No wonder you're left with nothing but frustration. Your brain's Wi-Fi is weak, and the tasks that require effort feel like mountains. But here's the twist. Dopamine isn't the enemy. It's the key to everything you want. You just need to know how to use it.
Let's talk about dopamine stacking. You've probably done it 1,000 times. You're listening to music, scrolling through social media, sipping on your coffee, all at once. Each of those little rewards hits your brain with a quick dopamine spike. You're firing on all cylinders, or so it seems. But here's the catch. You're actually training your brain to crave instant hits, the kind that don't require real effort. And when it's time to focus on something important, like work or study, your brain doesn't know how to handle it. It's empty. It's drained. Think of it like lighting a match before trying to light a fire. The match burns out too quickly. There's nothing left to build with. The real work, the one that requires sustained focus, now feels unbearable. So how do you fix this? It's simple. Break the cycle. Start by doing one thing at a time. No music while working, no scrolling during meals, and when you wake up, don't reach for your phone. Train your brain to work without the crutch of constant distractions. It's harder at first, but your brain will adapt, and soon that deep focus will feel natural.
Here's another killer. Dopamine peaks. Every time you get a spike, whether it's from a notification, a new post, or a quick thrill, your brain gets a little rush. But here's the problem. Those spikes don't come without consequences. Every high you get lowers your baseline. That means after the rush, everything else feels dull. Let's say you check social media first thing in the morning. You get that dopamine boost, but now the rest of the day feels like a drag. Everything is just meh. So here's what you need to do. Delay the hits. No Instagram first hour. No quick dopamine fixes before your day even begins. Start your day with something that doesn't drain you. Take a walk. Drink some water. Let your brain settle into its natural rhythm. Don't waste your strongest energy chasing crumbs of pleasure.
You've tried the classic motivation tricks. I should work out. I should write. But nothing ever sticks. Why? Because you're focusing on the action instead of the identity. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, says it perfectly. Identity drives behavior. If you don't see yourself as someone who works out or someone who builds things, your brain won't push you toward those actions. It's not about I should. It's about who you are. Start telling yourself, I am an athlete. I am a creator. I am someone who focuses. When you tie your actions to your identity, it's no longer about forcing yourself. It becomes a part of who you are. Science backs this up. Your brain seeks consistency with your self-image. When you see yourself as someone who is capable of the actions you want, it starts to align your behaviors naturally. So start small. In the morning, say your identity statement and look for little wins every day that prove you're becoming that person. Remember, it's not about the result. It's about the person you're becoming.
Your willpower is overrated. Your environment is the script your brain follows without asking permission. Wendy Wood's habit research suggests a huge chunk of what you do, roughly 40%, runs on autopilot. Context cues fire. Basal ganglia takes the wheel. You don't decide, you just do. That's why Huberman talks about limbic friction. Reduce friction for good behaviors, increase it for bad ones. So you redesign the stage. Phone sleeps outside the bedroom. One charger, kitchen only. Desk cleared the night before. A single notebook open to the first blank page. Gym clothes visible. Shoes pointed at the door like arrows. Water bottle filled. Timer ready. You're not chasing motivation. You're laying out tracks so gravity does the pulling. Now add strategic variability. Novelty is a gentle spark for dopamine, not a fireworks show, but just enough to keep the system engaged. Rotate study spots twice a week. Change one variable in your workout, tempo, movement, sequence, so effort stays interesting without stacking cheap rewards. If you use music, make it a deliberate cue, instrumental, pre-selected, no lyrics roulette, and never paired with scrolling. Tiny environmental shifts, intentional novelty. You're writing a script your brain can't help but follow, and changing the scene just enough to keep the dopamine fresh. The result? Focus stops being a battle. It becomes the path of least resistance.
Here's the trap. You do something hard and you immediately sedate it with a cheap prize. The workout, then pizza. The deep work, then Netflix. Your brain learns a simple lesson. The point of effort is to escape it. Stanford's Andrew Huberman puts it plainly. Pair the dopamine with the effort, not the reward. Right after you push through the friction, don't drown it in sugar or screens. Give your nervous system a different signal. Breathe. Stand taller. Say it out loud. This is who I am. Open your notes and log one sentence. Difficult thing completed. That's your internal celebration. Small, clean, unmistakable. Because when you repeatedly attach a little surge of pride to the grind itself, your brain starts chasing the process. That's how you get addicted to progress. Now layer the math, the 1% rule. Get 1% better today. Not heroic, not cinematic, just one clean tick forward. Do that daily, and the compounding turns quiet effort into loud results, roughly 37x in a year. Tiny votes for your future self cast every single day. No confetti, no parade, just proof. Proof becomes identity. Identity becomes gravity. And gravity pulls you toward the life you said you wanted.
7 days. One experiment. No hype, just proof. Day 1. No phone for the first hour. Airplane mode before sleep. Put the phone in the kitchen. Wake with a cheap alarm clock. Let your baseline breathe. Walk, water, light. Huberman would call it a nervous system reset, delaying hits so the day has a fighting chance. Day 2. Identity statement. In the mirror, I am the kind of person who shows up. Or, I am an athlete. I am a builder. Write it on a sticky note. James Clear's rule, identity precedes behavior. Say it, stand by it.
Day 3, prepare the stage. Phone sleeps outside. Desk cleared the night before. One notebook open. Gym clothes visible. Friction down for what matters. Friction up for what doesn't. Day 4, one 50-10 deep work block. 50 minutes on, 10 minutes off. No music or one pre-selected instrumental loop. One task, one victory. Day 5, add novelty. New study spot. Swap one workout variable. Keep the effort, refresh the context. Dopamine stays interested. Day 6, celebrate effort, not escape. When you finish, breathe, shoulders back, one sentence in your log. Did the hard thing. No pizza, no scroll. Clean reward. Day 7, measure your 1% gain. Pick a metric, pages, minutes, sets. Compare to day 1. Plan your next tiny vote. Quiet consistency becomes gravity. 7 days. Dark test, light results.
Motivation fades. Willpower fails. But dopamine, identity, and environment, they never sleep. They're writing your days whether you notice or not. Tonight, you learn to take the pen back. Stop stacking, guard your peaks. Choose identity first. Shape the stage, vary the scene, celebrate effort. Cast your 1% vote. Your brain can be your worst enemy or your greatest ally. The difference is ritual, not someday, now. Here's your move. Which hack will you try tomorrow? Drop it in the comments and make it real. One line, one promise. We'll hold you to it. And if you want more dark tools, more science turned into action, subscribe and hit the bell. Most will scroll past and forget this. A few will act. Which one are you? Fade to black. The test starts when the screen goes dark.